So much love has been put into Kitty Power's Matchmaker that it's impossible not to fall head over heels for this fabulous dating simulator. Developer and lead designer Richard Frank has successfully created a video game that celebrates love and queer positivity through his drag alter ego Kitty Powers. He couples together a dating sim with the spirit of drag, but does this arranged marriage prove to be a perfect pairing?
I'm going down the disco to see if those glam types are looking for love.
Unlike most dating sims, Kitty Power's Matchmaker dumps the visual novel presentation and favors a game show aesthetic. Kitty makes players assume the position as an employee at her agency tasked with finding love for those lonely hearts. The player still chooses what their client should say, but through a series of mostly luck-based minigames as the day progresses. Some minigames will reward players for using their memories, such as having to recall the waiter's face or your date's food preference, which really takes advantage of the procedural generated design found in the game. Other times, the game throws a curveball and introduces the ex-partner to throw the player off. These mechanics successfully reflect the awkward feeling of a first romantic encounter and complement the game's artistic direction. In my playthrough, I found it very challenging to succeed because most NPCs play hard to get. Luckily, these avatars feel more complex because of their personality traits developers gave them. Bad habits, zodiac signs, and guilty pleasures, for example. If one of these traits conflict with another NPC's traits, the game will encourage you to lie because most avatars are brutally honest, but lying will result in consequence, which nicely balances the game. Sometimes opposites attract, but rarely did I find success in my playthrough using this method. Because of that, I wish the game would allow more experimentation and pairings instead of role-playing as the lying, cheating bastard role. During the duration of the date, the player is punished if they offend the date using a 3-strike method determining if they want to continue. Player progression is measured on reputation points rewarded by successfully paired couples. Players can buy salon upgrades and alter their appearance before a date and unlock new areas. So yes, you can finally set up a bearded rescue helicopter pilot with a Glamazonian art house film director. In addition, players can buy different restaurants which ramp up difficulty by adding challenges like meeting the ex or facing a sudden power outage. Players can even pair their own created avatars and set them on dates and compare leaderboards with friends. It's a long and bumpy road to get to rank 20, so you'll be grinding your way to the top, but don't let that deter you. With every level, you'll soon be a proficient master dater. The game was originally developed for mobile devices, so short gameplay is encouraged. This definitely shows as the user interface has massive icons, for all those size queens out there, which makes it look like an early 2000 game. However, this does add to the overall campy tone and is more inviting to casual players. Honestly, a lot of the game's charm comes from the writing. It encompasses all that is British humor, which allows it to combine sexual innuendos with a PG rating. Kitty Power's quips are definitely a highlight as she constantly makes video game puns that are hilariously delightful and flesh out the campy tone, which makes Kitty Powers a compelling host. Not only is it refreshing to see a drag queen parody video game culture, but having a drag queen who is positive and embraces love positivity works to normalize queer relationships. The game features an impressive list of occupations and hobbies to match with, from voguing to people watching, that creates complex and diverse characters. NPCs say absolutely ridiculous things that made me laugh throughout my entire experience.
This agency needs customers. Where should we advertise?